Alright, welcome back to Mike's Modeling. Today what we're going to be working on is the Panther House A kit from Tamiya that I did an unboxing on the other day. What I'm going to do, I don't think I'm going to do a full build for this. I'm just going to start building, and if there's anything that I see that I feel like I should tell you, the viewer, about, just to make your life a little easier as we're building this. I'll go ahead and show you that, but otherwise, if everything goes smoothly, which hopefully it does, I mean, it's a Tamiya kit, it should. If everything just goes smoothly, hopefully you'll come back and we'll see a Panther sitting here. So, thank you for tuning in. Alright, so I found something that was a bit strange. Step 2 in the directions says to insert this pin into this part of the wheel as such, and then that is supposed to connect to the hole by only gluing this wheel piece. But if you do that, the pin then can pass through the hole. So I'm just going to carry on with doing the directions as it says without gluing the pin into the wheel. But if that doesn't work, I'll come back and I'll tell you guys what to do once I figure it out. But for now, I'm just going to continue with the directions like they say, and we'll figure it out. All right, guys. So one more thing, coming back to these pins here. This is the unglued side, and you can see that it's really loose there when you have that not glued in, and it actually moves in and out, and obviously that's not, you don't want that when you're doing it. So I've gone ahead and I've glued this side in, and that's what you're looking for right there. It's the wheel moves around, but once you glue that wheel on, it's not gonna have any play, and it should be fine. So when you're building this Panther A, go ahead and glue these pins in. Step 2 on the directions tells you not to. It tells you to just leave it loose so that it moves around, but go ahead and just take a drop of extra thin and just take, and I put it right here inside this hole. And then also I took a drop and I put it right here on the back side, because there's a little lip and this pin makes contact with the lip. Oh, you didn't see that. I went ahead and I took and put a drop here on the outside of that hole, and this little lip right here on the pin catches that, and that's going to help to hold it in place. And then lastly, just come on the outside and just put some extra thin on the outside of the pin, and that should hold everything together. And if you want, you could even come in and do one on the back, but I mean, it's really not necessary. So just go ahead and do that for step 2 if you're building a Tamiya kit. So if there's anything else, I'll let you guys know. Alright, also on step 2 that I noticed is it says not to cement these little axles in place. There are 2 of these. There's one here in the front and there's one in the back. Go ahead and cement the axles in, or else you're going to have some play in the tracks once again. I mean, unless you just don't care, but I'm going to go ahead and cement these in for just for the sake of not having to deal with it. But I mean, it might not be a problem for you, but I'm just going to show you what I'm going to do here. Is I'm just going to take and I'm going to put some extra thin right here in the hole for the axle. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. They may put this in there, the do not cement, because this may have once been an RC compatible kit, because there are some extra little pieces in here that may be for RC. But all I'm going to do is, you can see that this axle that I just put in, it's in line with every one of these other axles. And it's the same story on the other side, so that's all you really got to do. You just got to line it up. Just put a little bit extra thin on it, and you should be good to go. Alright, and we're going to do the same thing for the back side. Axle. I'm going to go ahead and put the extra thin in the holes before I put the axle in, just to make my life a little easier. I'm going to line it up. Put another dab extra thin on it. Sorry about that. Just make sure it's in line again. And that should be it. Should be good to go. Alright, so one thing that I'm going to show you that's pretty key here is properly getting the tracks on in this specific format that you see here. It has to be in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, blah, 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 so on and so forth. And you have to do this. It tells you to do it piece by piece in the directions, but I'm trying to glue these together and then get the caps on and all that when they're on the hole would be a complete pain. That, and you wouldn't be able to get the spacing right because of the caps, and it would just be a pain. So it's, in my opinion, it's easier to do this, but it's pretty key to get this format right. So I'm just going to show you how it looks here, and then I'm going to go ahead and do it and let you see it on the hole as I put it together. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Let me move you out of the way here. Alright, so this, your drive sprocket, it's actually not too key to get this on because it's so far out of the way. So you can actually go ahead and put that on and not worry about it. But after that, it's the fun of putting all these on together in the proper format begins. So let me adjust it so you can see it. But I've just gone ahead and I've gotten those two on, and then you can slip the one inside of the double, and you can put that one on. I don't know what these each individual one of these road wheels is called in German, so I couldn't give you the technical term for. I mean, there's a single and a double. That's the way that I'm looking at it. So and then you can kind of pull them up a little bit to get the next one on. It's easier to slide it in to the double and then go ahead and get the single on. Sorry if my hands are in the way. This is not easy to do. These road wheels can be a pain. They're nothing like the Tiger road wheels that I've seen some people do, but hopefully you can see it enough that you can get the gist of what I'm doing. And then it should be the last one. And then this also, you cannot put this one on like you did with the drive sprocket. Your idler sprocket has to be also kind of lifted into place as well, along with all the other ones. And then once they're all on, don't push on them because you've got all the end caps on. You'll start pushing little end caps off that you put in. All these little center pieces, you're going to push all those off. So you can't push anything on. It's as far on as it'll go. So that's how to do the staggered tracks. I'll get back to you if there's anything else that I see. Alright, one last thing so far about the assembly of the tracks and all the road wheels and the drive sprocket. Because these have rubber band style tracks, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to leave this drive sprocket loose. That way I can take it off whenever I need to put the rubber band tracks on. Whenever I need to put the tracks on, that way I can kind of pull the tracks out and then slip it over, because trying to put those tracks over the entirety of the drivetrain all at once would be a complete pain. So that may be something that you want to do. And one other thing is, this is just me. I don't know for a fact, but this is just to me, it looks like all of the, there you can see it there pretty well, but all of the road wheels are kind of, they're pushed out further than the whole of the tank. And I just don't think that's proper per se, because there were side skirts on the Panther. Um, so I think if this had come with side skirts, they might interfere with the road wheels. And so I feel like the road wheels should be pushed in a little further, but that's as far as they'll go in. That may be because Tamiya made the end caps too long inside the road wheels or something. I don't know what, but to me it just looks like they stick too far out. But that's really my only complaint so far about the kit. The kit's been great so far. It would have been nice if it had come with some fenders up under the tank, just to, I mean, but I guess beggars can't be choosers. But so far that's it. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna try and do the tracks. If I can get to focus. I've already got them put together. You can see right there's the links right here in the middle. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a lighter and just a flathead screwdriver. Probably shouldn't be one that you're particularly fond of. I don't know how this is gonna go. This will be my first time trying this. So we're gonna do it together here. I'm just gonna take and start heating up the screwdriver. Sorry for the terrible focus. That should be good, I think. We're gonna take just it's kind of working. It's interesting. I only got one there, so I mean it's pretty self-explanatory. I don't know how I can show you this. It's kind of an awkward thing to do. Just gonna keep on heating up the screwdriver. We're just gonna take and try again. Try not to get any other part of the track but just that one. Alright, seems kind of sturdy. You can see right there on that final one. Doesn't come out too pretty. Alright, here are the completed tracks. Let me try and get that to focus for you. There you go. Soldering iron. Do it with a soldering iron. That's my best recommendation. Alright, here are the completed tracks. Let me try and get that to focus for you. There you go. Soldering iron. Do it with a soldering iron. That's my best recommendation.